Klaus Schwab says whoever controls AI metaverse will be the master of the world. He's wrong. The master of the world is the Lord Jesus Christ, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And he'll find out real soon because he's an old man.
Yep. So
Mr. Schwab gave a talk titled The State of the World at the annual World Government Summit in Dubai.
Which he founded.
Okay. Well, yeah, on February 13th, which was held under the theme, Shaping Future Governments.
Oh, boy.
World Economic Forum founder Klaus Schwab says that whoever masters technologies like AI, the metaverse, and synthetic biology will in some way be the master of the world. He said artificial intelligence, but not only artificial intelligence, but also the metaverse, new space technologies, and I go on and on, synthetic biology. Close quote, Schwab said. Our life will, in 10 years from now, will be completely different, very much affected. And who masters those technologies in some way will be the master of the world, close quote.
I'd like to.
So Schwab, yeah, go ahead, Terry.
No, Jesse, when I hear this kind of baloney, and I'm using nice language, okay?
Yeah.
It's baloney. Hey, they've been technology trying to stop people from dying. Oh, yeah, Fountain of Youth has been around for thousands of years. This dude is going to die just like you and I. And his idea that in 10 years, he won't even be here in 10 years. He'd have to be over 100 years old. So I would like to say, I said earlier, ask him on his deathbed what's important to him right now. And I pray that he will have a massive conversion because you know what, Jess? It doesn't look good for a man like him.
Oh, no. So Schwab gave a talk titled The State of the World at the annual World Government Summit. He says the WEF, World Economic Forum founder, talked about the so-called Fourth Industrial Revolution, a phase that will supposedly transform the world through novel technologies like AI robots, self-driving cars, neurotechnological brain enhancement, and genetic editing. This guy's a modern-day Frankenstein, Terry.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
He is. Mm-hmm. Schwab stated that he thinks the world is at the beginning of this phase and that we will go through deep systematic transformation processes. He furthermore claimed that we will see exceptional growth of new technology soon. There are some people who claim that we are now in a deglobalizing world, but actually I would say we have to reglobalize this world. He said we have to make sure that we strengthen cooperation because as it was mentioned, we are faced with issues that are of existential importance for humankind. Our common future is at stake. Continuing, the globalist leader opined, we are moving from a world more or less dominated by one superpower into the patchwork of a multi-power world, with one superpower, a competing superpower, aspiring superpowers like India, middle powers, but also rogue states, companies who have become global powers, technology companies, social media. Schwab named 3 areas where transformation will take place in the coming years. He said economic, energy, and political transformation.
You know what that means, don't you?
Yeah, socialism.
Exactly.
One world government.
You got it.
Regarding the energy transition, he noted the importance of the pro-abortion Paris Climate Agreement in reaching the goal of net zero, that is, not emitting any extra carbon into the atmosphere. Furthermore, Schwab stressed that we have to make sure that the rule of law is not trampled with defeat in a fragmented world. He said, I see Dr. Ngozi, who at least in the trade field tries so hard to maintain a global rules-based order. By the way, he's the Director General of the World Trade Organization. And so in an interview after his speech, Klaus Schwab, WEF founder, expressed his concerns over the polarization of the public opinion due to a quickly changing world. He said, it has to do with some feeling that we lose control over our own fate. And here I think, Schwab said, governments have an important role to explain and to have the ambition and the vision to show that those technologies can serve for the good and are not per se evil, close quote. The World Economic Founder is the founding partner of the WGS, and the 2 organizations share many similarities in terms of their globalist ideological framework. During Schwab's WEF meeting in January 2023, the speakers promoted abortion, LGBT ideology, digital vaccine records, wrong information about the COVID injections,
of course,
and wearable mind reading devices, among other things. And at this year's WEF meeting, U.S. Special Envoy for Climate Change, fake Catholic John Kerry, praised himself and the other attendees of the WEF for being a select group of human beings that actually talk about saving the planet, close quote. Terry, these guys are nothing but a bunch of pompous elitists.
Exactly. And they have a worldly view of life, okay? So much so that all they want, let's save the planet. So we need to not have as many people on the planet. So let's get contraceptive, let's get abortion, let's start killing the old people. Yeah, when these are the same people say, well, you get to be 70 years old. What are you doing to produce here, Barber? Get rid of him. Get rid of that dude. He's not producing. He's retired. No, but that's how serious these guys are. They want the population to be so small that they can control everything. Right now, they see us Christians, I'll be honest with you, especially Catholics, as public enemy for them because we have a biblical worldview. Be fruitful and multiply. They don't buy that. They want just the opposite. So we have a battle on our hands, Jess, and this is why we're not fighting with guns. We're fighting on our knees. We're praying. We're praying for conversion of these people. Remember our lady said it? Yeah, souls are going to hell because no one's there to pray and make sacrifices. Can we imagine how the good that would come when a man like this would be converted to Christ? Are you kidding me? It would be a great thing to happen. Now, can it happen? I think it can. Now, will it? I don't know. But you know what? I leave it to God. And all I'm going to say is make a little sacrifice for that man and for all those people who have this worldly view that our life is only here on planet Earth and we're going to develop some kind of technology to live forever. And they're fooling themselves.
They sure are. Terry, let me give a definition of AI so people have a working definition because we use that a lot in this program. AI means artificial intelligence. And so in layman's terms, artificial intelligence can be used to define a branch of computer science that can simulate human intelligence. AI is implemented in machines to perform certain tasks that actually require human intelligence. So if you're wondering what is AI, some of the primary functions includes the like of reasoning like a human being, learning, problem solving, and quick decision making by these machines, these computers. So at the core of it, artificial intelligence is nothing but an algorithm with certain sets of rules. So AI systems have the ability to learn from the iteration of tasks where the computer data, that's the computer algorithms, they're fed to the system. And this is exactly how machine learning can actually get better at doing their specified tasks without any external interference. One of the main branches of AI is manufacturing robots. Did you guess that? Robots. So the majority of all the manufacturing is done by robots. Just think about the Terminator, that movie 30 years ago. Robots, as we know of, are nothing but programmable machines that are used to carry out certain tasks. And this in turn improves efficiency while making sure that the work is completed with minimum errors. These AI-powered robots are devoid of any general intelligence, but at the same time, they are capable of problem solving. I'll tell you the problem with AI. Number one, we know from many exorcists that have talked about technology and the diabolical. The top exorcist, Father Sikia from the Philippines, Father Rossetti, Washington, D.C. exorcist. He's a PhD in psychology as well. Father Chad Ripperger, a Thomist exorcist. Every single exorcist that talks about technology says that demons are able to cause damage, or they're able to interface with technology, computers, cell phones, iPhones, radio. They're able to disturb technology. They're able to use technology to advance some type of diabolical message. So that's number one.
Absolutely.
And you start making machines that simulate human intelligence. Demons have access to technology that's stated across the board by exorcists, Terry.
And Jesse, let me jump in and say that pornography, the people who produce the pornography are using AI to produce these robots that look like Yeah, you can imagine
Yes.
what they're doing, Jesse. I got a big article
Oh,
on
yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
basically, they're going to try and convince people to call in, talk to this robot, and abuse your moral character and think that you're talking to some woman, and when you're really not, but you're going to commit all kinds of moral.
Oh, Terry,
problems.
of course. That's what they're making these sex
Yes,
robots
that's what they're
for
doing.
fornication.
Yeah,
That's what
for
they're doing.
fornication. And so
Yeah.
what's happening is
And let me
AI,
tell you,
that's
you
the
think-
devil.
Absolutely. You think that this robot that's speaking to you
No.
as you're fornicating with this robot
Yeah.
and it starts talking to you, you think it's not a demon that's going to be speaking to you?
Of course
through that
it
robot?
is.
100%.
Yeah.
You're gonna say, "Wow, this robot talks to me when I'm making love, you're fornicating." Well, guess what? You're going to be talking to a demon. Terry, there's even secular humanists that have warned us about the dangers of AI.
Wow.
Stephen Hawking, the great famous atheist scientist who he was on a wheelchair. Remember him? He used to, he was down on it.
I prayed for him too.
He passed away, a couple of years ago, but he said this in 2014 in a BBC interview. He said this, quote, "Once humans develop artificial intelligence and it takes off on its own and redesigns itself at an ever increasing rate, humans who are limited by slow biological evolution couldn't compete with AI, and AI will supersede human beings." Also, you got Steve Hawking, Noam Chomsky, who's a secular humanist atheist, and Elon Musk. All three of them have signed an open letter warning us against the pitfalls of AI development.
Yep.
Also, Ryan Calo, a Washington University law professor, argues for the development of these federal robotics commission to monitor and regulate the developments of AI so that we don't innovate irresponsibly. And I'll tell you something else that Japan and other countries are building these robots for war.
Oh, yeah.
They're saying, we don't need human beings. We're going to build an army of soldiers that are robots. And that's right now the future of Asia right now. That's what they're working on right now.
Jesse, you're high information Catholic. How do we see this in our Catholic faith? I'll tell you how we see it. We see it good and evil. It's a simple equation that we have to fight with our faith. That's number one. And the idea that this AI is going to corrupt more people, this is a heinous approach that the devil is taking. And again, we have to reject it soundly. And again, we're bringing this information to you because the next topic we cover, we're going to be talking about child trafficking documentary that exposes so much of this pornography. And this is evil to the hill. So stay with us, family. We'll be back with more on the Terry and Jesse Show here on Virgin Most Powerful Radio. Stay with us because remember, never worry about who will be offended if you speak the truth. Worry about who will be misled, deceived, and destroyed if you don't. Stay with us.